Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of just chatting stream starts off at the just chatting screen? This one.
It's all about how you were with my parents. Yeah, I changed their mind. Cause you were sweet and looking like you cared, boy. That was hard to find. I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, how could these feelings? I caught feelings, how could these feelings?
How about we doing this, Sandra?
I wanna stay, baby.
Hello.
Push me away, push me away. Yeah. In my eyes, you make me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. In my eyes, you make me feel alive. I don't know why you got me needing you. I caught feelings, I got those feelings. I caught feelings, I got those feelings.
BMX shorts and Pokemon shorts?
I caught feelings, I
You
got
said it
those
was getting old the other
feelings.
day. How we doing, Will?
Right now I'm living in a
Hello,
daydream.
Will.
It won't leave my mind. When I'm with you, yeah, nothing really matters. Don't need money or time.
How about we doing today, everyone? How about we doing on this Friday? Yours truly feels just a little hot. What's up, Christian? Christian says life could be a dream. It could be. Or perhaps some aspects of life can make it seem like it's a dream, perhaps. I don't really know, amigo. Boo beat. Let's get this music going. How are we doing today, everyone? Yeah, that was just like our little intro, just for you guys to like tune in. Super late stream? Nah, it's not super late. The stream went on sort of right around the time that it needed to. How are we doing? What's up, man? Welcome back. This has 199 likes, 200, bam, bam. Switch be lying. Nitro. What's up, Nitro? How are we doing, everyone? How are we doing today? What did you guys do this weekend? Talk to me. Talk to me. My ears are open, even though I have headphones on. How are we doing today, everyone? Do you like tamales or Mexican food? I think I would choose Mexican food over tamales. Now the question is, what would be like the healthier option? Because I do think that you can go to a restaurant and you can order some food and have them cook it, but would that be as healthy? Because I'm pretty sure that there's just some things on the menu you want to stay away from. Christian says, today could be your last day on earth. You will never know. You'll never know. And you'll never discover it either. Like, what that makes me like think about sometimes is like, you know, that debate that you have between like, oh, like, does heaven exist and all of that. Catch your money. Oh, I actually like the name change. I like the name change. See, now I can call you Catcher. You know, it's like, you know, you end up having like this really interesting conversation about, what's up, GD Weefy? What's up? How we doing? You seem a little new to the channel. Oh, welcome. But like, it really makes you wonder, you know, like when people ask me, they say, Josh, like, do you believe? It was like, you know, are you you know, religious, or are you like spiritual? And I tell them the truth. I say, to be perfectly honest, I go back and forth. And me personally, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And I say, like, the extent of that stuff is this: when someone you really care about is no longer here, it's nice to think that they go on to a better place, a nice place, because like, you know, in good faith, you know, like that's sort of where, you know, where that comes from. Like, it's nice, yeah, it's a nice thought to think that, you know, when people go on to the next stage, that, you know, that these places, you know, do exist for them, you know, for their souls, for their spirits. You know, it's nice. It's a nice thought. But I personally go back and forth because I believe in effort of the person. You know, like because when I was little, and you know, people would have these conversations about religion and people that were going to church, and I started asking that question. I'm like, you know, why do you believe? You know, why do you, you know, what's your reason? Like, can you provide me like a solid reason as to why, you know, you believe in? No one could ever give me an answer, and because of that, it pushed me to not believe, because I'm like, how can you undyingly believe in something, and then when I question you about it, you get upset, but then you can't tell me why you believe? So then I started just thinking that, you know what, perhaps like, not saying that they're wrong, but it's like they're believing in something that they can't explain. And so I don't know if it exists or not. We're talking about, like, you know, religion, like gods and all of that, right? Now Christians believe that there's one God, the same way that Muslims believe that there's one God, and that's with a capital G. Native Americans and initial inhabitants of like the lands that we call the United States and all of these foreign countries and things like that, they believe in gods, lowercase g. So you know, you may have a Christian that may say something like, you know what, there's only one God. So inherently what you're saying is that all of these people that believe in gods, that believe in the sun god, the water god, like, you know, the wind god, people that believe that there are multiple gods, to a certain extent, you're saying that these guys are wrong. How can they be wrong when they were here first? If we look at the history books say that, you know, Native Americans were the initial inhabitants of the land that we call America. They were here first. Christianity and all of these new religions that, what new religions to like their world, kind of, took over, converted through colonization, things like that. But then it's like, oh, there's one God, but then there could be more gods, because there are so many things that people just can't really explain. If you go all the way up in the Aztec mountains where people used to make sacrifices to like the sun god and all of that, like, you had Zeus and things like this, Greek mythology, all of that stuff. And for me, it's like, look, Mary says, I feel like religion should never be talked about. It's a sensitive subject. It's a huge world with different beliefs. See, the problem is this. I think religion should be talked about. You live, I would say, like, at least for America, like America today has been, well, I would say maybe like early 2000s. And the reason why I say that is because like the world that we live in today, like we live in a super sensitive time where like we're now talking about things like that could possibly be like, triggering and make people not like you. But the thing with religion is like, you live in a nation, or hopefully wherever you live in the world, you live in a place where you can freely express your personality and and what you believe in. So you're indirectly talking about religion. Freedom of expression. You're communicating who you are, what you believe in, your background, without even saying a single word, just through what you wear. So to a certain extent, you're already talking about religion. Because if someone walks up to you and they see you wearing like one of those, I can't remember what they're called, but if you see like a Muslim male, you can look at their attire and be like, there's a good chance that guy might be Muslim. He says, well, because people like to put their opinions or put their religion over the other person's, and it gets heated. Well, yeah, but
Cowboy, can we play Roblox today? Please also look up in chat PLSC my extended stream 30 minutes.
Well, there's no point in extending a stream when we just started. We just started the stream. I could finesse and say that the first 30 minutes is your stream extension. What did you say again? Wasn't here. What I was talking about, Christian, was like the idea of like, being religious and being spiritual. Like that's something where, depending on who you're talking to, if you're not talking to someone where you can actually have like a decent conversation about it, or actually have like a conversation where people can hear their sides, then to Mary's point, then there's no point talking to people like that, because they have a tendency to think that they're right and the other person is wrong. For the individual, and for me, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And what I was saying was that it's nice to believe that those that you care about, when they're not here anymore, that they go to a nice place, that they're somewhere better, that that they're somewhere happy, that they're an angel. It would be a nice thought, to have, to put your mind at ease. But whether you truly know or not, you don't really know. And the funny thing is, even if there was factual evidence that all of these things did exist, you don't know that person's like, you don't know that person internally. You could have been living your whole life with this person and never actually knew them. You don't know what they're thinking about on a daily. You don't know if they're genuinely a good person. So you don't really know where they are. Even if you knew that heaven and hell exist, even if you know that, even if you have faith that they exist, how do you know that the person that you care about went to heaven or not? And that's like a sort of, it's just like one of those kind of, you're basically touching on religion and philosophy, because that's really what religion kind of falls under. Because I don't think, because I took when I was in college, I took like Christianity like 101, and me personally, I wasn't interested in the subject, because I'm like, look, if there's Mary says 3 things that should never be discussed are religion, sexuality, and politics. But if you find someone who respects religion, sexuality, no, if you find someone who respects religion and won't be an a-hole, then religion can be discussed without it getting heated. But because people like to put their opinions and beliefs over others, and that's why the world is divided now. People can't be accepting and understanding. You know what I'm gonna say, Mary? And I think it comes as quite a shock. First, Will says, no, Christian says, I have a paper due at 6:37. You better get to typing, Christian. Will says, I once had someone tell me God is gonna stop all of your problems in your life and God was made to protect you, and I got mad. They were trying to change my opinion. Yeah, it happens. It happens. And just like Mary said, you know, it's just one of those conversations where it's difficult to have a conversation. It's more difficult to have a conversation about religion with older people. That's the thing. Older people are not willing to listen. And because older people aren't willing to listen, younger people aren't willing to listen or respond. Now, what I think, see, the problem is, the only issue that I have with that statement is that as much as we may feel that, you know, I would say as much as we feel that religion and sexuality shouldn't be talked about, they are being talked about. And it seems like they're like the world that we live in today, you're forced to talk about it. But see, like the issue, I think the issue that a lot of people are having with these topics as they get more and more sensitive, and the reason why they get super sensitive is because like these topics and conversations are super personal. And so if you disagree with someone, let's say someone throws like a random question at you and say, how do you feel about pillows, right? And then you say, well, I really don't like pillows, like they're too soft. And they'll be like, you don't like pillows? I feel offended. And it's like, yo, get your feelings out of it. Like, I understand that it's a sensitive topic, but just because someone doesn't agree with what you're saying, that does not make them an enemy. And that's a big problem with the world that we live in today. You can't talk about religion. You can't really talk about sexuality. You can't really talk about politics. Because people really do feel attacked. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to have a regular conversation with you. I'm trying to understand where you come from. How can I understand where you come from if the minute you find out that I disagree, you deem me as an enemy? Well, now you're not listening. You're not listening at that point. If it's so sensitive, I think it may be better to open up and talk about it so that more and more people are actually educated on that subject. The more you talk about something, the less sensitive you become to it. At least that's just how I look at it. Like it's so easy. Like if you disagree with someone, it's so easy for them to like flip the script and you better hope they don't have a whole community of people that are on their side, because they'll look at you like the enemy. Like, oh, it's obvious you're just like the rest. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. Purple says, how long do you plan on streaming today? Because I'm going to have to go for a bit soon. No problem, Purple. I think we're going to be streaming for about 2 hours. It may be an extension because there's something that I'm thinking about. What's up, Mars Music? How we doing today? Christian says, see you all in 10 minutes. All right, Christian. Don't get me started on cancel culture and people will attack others for their opinion. Well, that's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. I understand that it's sensitive. Christian says, I'm so confused. Please tell me what is going on, because if you don't, my brain will break. Please tell me what is going on. Wait, why am I saying this? Oh, I'm just saying a bunch of gibberish. See, it already happened, Christian. It already happened. Murphy says, younger people can care less about religion. It's hard to find people who stay true to their family's religion because the families like to shove it down their kids' throats, and the kids wind up resenting the thought of religion and beliefs. I don't know. I truly don't know. All right, Purple, we'll be here. Something I think is, just because your family's religion doesn't mean you have to believe everything they believe. Like an 8-year-old doesn't want to go to church, don't make them go to church. Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things where for me personally, it was kind of like that, where it's like everyone was going to church. I don't like to go to church, and the reason why I don't like to go to church is because you don't need a lot of people, because a lot of people feel like it's a necessity. Nacho says it's like Stream Started. Grub talks about something we don't know about, and we learn something randomly new each time. It's just like the world that we live in, man. Or like just as you growing up, like you have your own life to live. You know, you believe in whatever you want, and like whatever you believe in, just be open to having conversations and communicating with other people. How are you supposed to learn if you can't communicate? And if someone doesn't agree with you, if you're having a debate with someone, if someone doesn't agree with you, and if you're having a debate with someone, ask why. Like, ask why, you know? Like, don't just, completely write them off, Mary says, unfortunately, families can and will be forceful. Like, you have to be a part of the religion because you were born into that family. They don't validate the kids' feelings. Money says, for real, he talk about stuff that we don't know. I've captured a foe. Let's go. I don't know, guys. When it comes down to that whole validating like a kid's feelings, I understand that, but then I also understand, like, prime example when we like depending and you have, that's why I say, you have to really like look at it like there are a lot of kids that don't like to listen to their parents. Okay, fantastic, that's natural. A kid is going to be a kid, right? But then when your parent tells you to do this and do that, if your parent has like a schedule for you to follow, your parent has a curfew, parents have rules and regulations that as a child you have to follow. I can disagree with what my parents say. I can look at my parent and say, oh, I want to go hang out with the girls every single night, because, and I'm just like throwing like something random out there where it's like, oh, I want to go to this party and when the party's gonna be like 2 hours, and then your parent says, all right, so what time is this party happening? Oh, the party's gonna be at 10 p.m. tonight, but I'm like 12, and then my parent tells me to stay home. Is that invalidating my feelings? I don't take it that way. It's not, for me, it's not that serious, because I understand that your parents, on the balance of probabilities, your parents know better
Josh
than you.
Parents should have rules but not force the child to be religious and be live what they be live,
Well, yeah, I get that. Parents shouldn't, of course parents should have rules, and a child shouldn't feel forced to be religious. But to a certain extent, like I have to, sort of defend like the parents, because like I feel like, I have to defend the parents, because like, if you guys would just see, like, compare the way that, let's see, I know what I'm trying to say. I would say religion is basically normal. Like, the majority of people that you run into are going to be, like, religious, and a lot of these people come from like religious households, and you have people that are like super hardcore religious, like whether they're Muslim or whether they're Christian or whether they're Buddhist, or like whatever, you know. And like I don't think that like it. There are extraneous cases. There are extraneous cases, like extreme cases that it seems like a kid is forced, you know, to be in his religion. But guess what? On the balance of probabilities, if my mom and my father are religious and they go to church, there is a high probability that I would be religious, just based off of the habits and the behavior patterns of my parents. That's just you know, on the balance of probabilities, it's a high chance that would happen. On the occasion, in the scenario where it doesn't happen, where I don't believe, where I'm religious but I don't want to go to church, then you know, then a parent will have to accept that and not force that. But like, those are extreme cases that we're talking about. But in general, people are like, children are not forced to be religious. I don't think that children are forced to be religious. I just think that they feel like it's forced, because I guess at a certain time, that's just all they see within that moment. But either way, you know, at some point, you know, that the kid is going to grow up and be like 18, and guess what? Make your own decisions. Then it's that simple. The whiny kid be like, "Miss, can I go out and do some breathing?" You know. But it's like in general, like, on the balance of probabilities.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? They call me Grubby for a reason. Stop playing with me. Put the GGs in the chat.
On the balance of probabilities, parents mean well. They just have a difficult time trying to communicate that. And then it's like, you know, you go to school and then you see the way like your friends' parents are, you know, with your friend is like, "Oh, why can't my parents, you know, be like that?" Or my friend, you know, his mom lets him do whatever. It's like, people just have different backgrounds, and you know, in which they come from. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Cause like where I am today, like I'm seeing a whole nother side of like you know, issues where people say that, oh, you know, on one, you know, parents should have rules and not be forceful, you know, with their kids. And I understand that, but there are so many kids out in the world that need that. What's up, Sway Yam? I'm gonna just call you Yam. What's up, Yam? Like there are so many like kids out there that need their parents to be parents. Like, and I think that like the world that we live in today, where you can get completely destroyed on social media, it's more important that your parents are, you know, parents. Like, I would say, see, the thing that I'm getting at is this: at some point, you know, you're going to grow up. You keep activating these sound alerts, Will. Like, how many sound alerts do you have? Well, you're gonna have to chill, man. Chill with the sound alerts. Like, what was I saying? I'm saying like the world that we live in today is like where social media can chew you up and spit you out, and you know, like like make you feel like ostracized and all of that. Whereas like, oh, you know, I don't like Instagram. I don't like none of that. You know, people just don't like me. It's like, yo, like, we live in a super sensitive time, and I think now it's like super important that parents that I mean, I know it's gonna sound like, what are you talking about? But I think it's super important that, like, if you can step outside of yourself and actually see where your parents are coming from, or like if you can ask your parents why, then ask your parents, well, oh, why do I gotta do this? You know, like, man, just listen. Like, the world that we live in today, I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know, because then people are probably gonna start making up excuses like, well, you don't know my situation. And I'm like, what do you mean I don't know your situation? You're like 14. What are you talking about? You have no idea what your parents are trying to protect you from. But you spend so much time running your mouth, flapping your gums, and just not listening. And then you end up in a situation where it's like for me, where I'm talking to someone and I'm like, I'm trying to see where they're coming from, and I'm trying to tell them, be like, look, like, it is what it is, we live and we learn. And it's like, bro, you don't even listen to your parents. What makes me think you're gonna listen to me? What make like you don't even listen to it's all like, because like, see, the problem with one of the issues that I have with like validating, right, is that, like, I understand that we all have feelings and that everyone wants to feel validated. Everyone wants to feel like, oh, like, I want, what's up, zombie? I want, validate my feelings, this and that. I want my parents to validate my feelings. And I would say, to a certain extent, your parents will not have to validate your feelings. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, your parents are your parents. Like, your parents are 2.5 times your age, right? So how can you sit there and say that, could you just have some people, oh, my parents don't know anything. My parents, don't understand, what I go through, this and that. They, they're strict, they're this, they're that. And I'm like, bro, all I hear is complaining. And I'm like, what changed my perspective on parents is the day that my father passed. My perspective on parents completely changed. Like, now it's like, yo, like, you're lucky that you have parents that you can't complain about. Like, oh, my dad this, my mom this. Bro, like your perspective on your parents changes drastically. Like, when certain things happen, I'm like, man, like, I never really knew my father I never really knew him. I knew him, but I didn't know him. So, like, I didn't really have that. But it is what it is. But when I see it's just when I just see people like guys like where I work, Sway says, bro, whoever thinks parents are bad, they're stupid. They are the only ones who care for you in the whole world. Yeah, your parents are the only people that, like, you could be guilty for something and your parents will look at you and say that you're innocent. Like the undying love that your parents have for you. No one will care about you the way that your parents will. On the balance of probabilities, no one cares about you the way that your parents do. Now, I understand that there are there are people out there who have the worst relationships with their parents, and I get that. So sometimes they gotta go away. It's like, look, I need to go live with grandma or my aunt because my mom or my dad, like, they suck. I get that. But for most people, your parents care about you, and your parents
Cowboy,
know.
should I make you a GD challenge for tomorrow? Okay.
It's up to you, Will. For the most part, your parents know more than you ever will. Your parents have something that you would never be able to acquire, and that's like their abundance of life experience. Prime example, so you guys kind of see what I'm talking about. If I was 10 and my mom was 32, By the time I hit 20, I'll have 10 years of life experience. My mom will have 32 years of life experience. You will never beat your parents in terms of life experience. So when people look at their parents and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how I feel. You have no idea what your parents even went through. What you talking about? Oh, your parents don't know how you feel. Like, people are super sensitive and they say, that, you know, I feel like my feelings aren't validated. And I'm like, look, number one, I would just say stop being so sensitive. Like, stop being so sensitive. Outside of the people that really care about you, outside of your family, no one has to validate how you feel. No one has to validate how you feel. Period. You would never look at your boss and be like, why aren't you validating my feelings? No, if your boss tells you show up tomorrow for work an hour early, you would make it your priority to show up to work early. On the balance of probabilities, you would make sure that you show up to work early. If your boss said, can you do me a favor and take the trash out? And let's say you absolutely hate taking the trash out. Is that, you wouldn't look at your boss and be, oh, that's invalidating my feelings because I told you that I don't like, that I hate taking out the trash. Like, no one has to validate how you feel. And that's the reality. That's the cold hard truth. And it says, oh, every parent is different. You can't put your parents in the other person's shoes. Do you honestly think you would be the same if your mom didn't validate your feelings? You got parents who don't give two doodles about their child. You've got wait, hold up. I'm a little confused. Every parent is different. Of course you can't compare your parents to, you can't really compare your parents to someone else verbatim, like 100%. Like your parents are just like mine. No, that's not the case. Like, these people have their own like experiences, their own thinking patterns, and their own views and perspectives on life and how they should raise their child. Now what I'm saying is, when you say that, oh, you can't compare your parents to someone else's parents, I disagree. Because guess what? To sit there and say that, oh, if you truly believe that you can't compare your parents to someone else's parents, then you can't compare yourself to your friends. That's exactly how I see it. If you can't compare your parents to someone else's parents, which depending on if they're all in the same city, your parents might actually know each other. Like, oh, I went to school with him. But I'm like, look, if you're telling me that you can't compare your parents to someone else's parents, then why do you compare yourself to your friends? The weak ones would just keel over and perish. You'd hear them going down behind you. And then I would argue that when you say, do you honestly think that you would be the same if your mom didn't validate your feelings? I would be the same. The way that I feel right now would definitely, not much would change. Cause like when I think about me personally, and how I was growing up, Sway says, why would you need others to validate your feelings? Just try to do it yourself. The thing you're expecting from parents, you will expect from the world, and world is not that good. So heal yourself. Like Sway probably said it better than I did. See, the problem with that's why I say, like, the problem with a lot of people is like they get stuck on the fact that they're craving validation from like, you know, their parents and their siblings. And I'm like, look, I understand how you feel, but out in the real world, it's a whole lot of strangers. It's a whole lot of people that don't have, you know, that could care less about you. Like when you have a job and you know, and you go to work. Let's say there are like 10 people. Each person has their own thing that they're trying to deal with. Like if your coworkers if someone doesn't validate your feelings and then you take an issue with that, that's a personal problem. That's a personal problem. And the reason why I say it's a personal problem is because like when I was little, to a certain extent, that's kind of what I cared about. I'm like, I wanted people to see me, and I wanted to feel like I was heard, right? Like when I spoke, that people actually listened to what I was saying. Now, that was when I was little. As you get older, you start to realize a couple of things. And for me, being the person that I am, I started to realize a lot of things super early. Like high school taught me a lot about how the world really works. You can be the nicest person around and you can get stepped on. And that's a fact. Now, would you sit there and say, oh, you know, people didn't validate how I felt? Maybe people are validating how you feel, but they aren't caring to the degree that you want them to care. But guess what? It's not someone else's job to care about how you feel. It's not. How do you feel about you? That's what matters. That's the difference between a boy. No, that's the difference. That's the difference between a child and an adult. That's the difference. I don't care about whether someone validates my feelings or not. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, my feelings are my feelings. My feelings are not facts. Okay? My feelings are not facts. You don't have to validate how I feel, but you will recognize the facts. And if you refuse to recognize the facts, then that's someone that you shouldn't be talking to in the first place. Like I watch, like you know, we're gonna watch this together so you can actually understand where I'm coming from. When we talk about validating your feelings, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But in a second. Sway says, I lived for 23 years in this world and never faced any kind of depression. But when I hear a 14-year-old guy say that he is depressed, I am totally shocked. What is happening to society? We live in a super sensitive time now, Yams. We live in a super sensitive time, and like that's it's a big problem. It's a big problem. Like the world that we live in today is like fills before reels. It's like people are blurring the lines between fact and feeling. Like, I feel like this is true. I feel like this is this, and because I feel this way, it should be true, when it's not. It's not. Like you would never, like if you ran into a random stranger at a restaurant, do you think that because like I've seen it. You know, like this guy comes into the sandwich spot where I get my sandwiches from, and this dude is talking about some, he is having a fit. I kid you not, this man ordered like 13 sandwiches. First of all, he ordered like 13 sandwiches. This dude is flipping out because they got one sandwich wrong. Oh, I got like 13 sandwiches. I'm missing one. One of the orders was wrong. I've been waiting here for like 20 minutes. And in my head, I'm like, first of all, you just ordered 13 sandwiches. You're missing one. You ordered 13 sandwiches. What do you expect? You expect for them to get all 13 sandwiches correct? You are one of those random customers that comes into a store and orders for the whole world, expecting, a staff of like 6 to get it right. You just ordered 13 sandwiches. Can you chill? Then you sitting there, you're catching the attitude, getting upset. You think that customer cared cared about the person making their sandwich? They don't care. They don't. He's catching a fit. You guys got it wrong. You guys have terrible customer service. What the hell do you know about making sandwiches? What do you know about making 13 sandwiches? Just because you have your own things to deal with. Like, you think he cared? He didn't care if the person behind the counter was having a bad day. And it's like, I was like, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, no one has to validate how you feel. Like, don't nobody care about at the end of the day, no one cares about your feelings. So what if you got hurt? Oh well, deal with it. Like, pick yourself up and move forward. The world does not revolve around you and your feelings. Is it nice that you may feel validated, that you may feel appreciated? Yeah, that's nice, but is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. It's not required for you to move on. It's not. It's not. You owe a responsibility to yourself to make sure that you are validating how you feel. You owe a responsibility to yourself to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are supporting you. You know, and if there are people that are if the people that are like super close to you, if you care that much, then get yourself some new friends. But like I said, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I was talking about. Like, and it even goes back to like when we were talking about the whole, you know, like the parents validating their kids' feelings.
Cowboy Josh, sorry I got to go to the beach. Also PLS sing epic sax guy lol lol.
It's from the movie Fences. Now I don't know how long this is. It's 4 minutes long. I'm gonna bring it to the live screen. Would that be better? Actually, I guess it could stay on the small screen. Where's the window at? Because I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about. And like it's a big reason as to why it's like it's not like the world that we live in right now was super sensitive, and like we you know, we, like I said, like we really do live in this world where it's like no, see, that is, I never expect a stranger to be kind and humble and validate my feelings. And remembering that I'm supposed to go to the gym today, but no. Christian said I'm getting a headache. What you getting a headache from, Christian? I don't expect nothing but the world, but taxes. I know how harsh reality can be, but I expect someone who's supposed to take care and let me to be a little understanding and to validate my feelings, because if they don't, then that creates a wedge, because now you don't trust them with telling them anything. And now the parent is wondering why their child isn't talking to them. It's because they shut their child down when they did express themselves and how they were feeling. But like I said, the problem with that is it's not the fact that the parents aren't validating how the kids feel. It's the fact that the kids are not satisfied with their parents' responses. That's what I think it really boils down to. What the problem with that is, like, oftentimes as a kid, you're always trying to get your parents to understand where you're coming from, and then you're not the one that's trying to understand where the parents are coming from. Like, you ever think about that? Like, why do you think that a kid, like a parent be like, oh, like how come Billy and Timmy can stay outside till 12 o'clock, but I have to come in the house at 10. And then the parent would be like, because like past a certain, like, all kids should be in the house, to be perfectly honest, by like 8 p.m. All kids should be in the house by 8 p.m. And I know it was like, oh, but that's boring. But you have no idea the dangers that exist past certain hours. Like when you and so the kid will be like, oh, that's boring. So would you sit there and be like, oh, the parent invalidated the way that the kids feel? Oftentimes, I think oftentimes parents are trying to explain themselves, but then kids are just so stuck in their feelings that they aren't listening. And that's really what I think it is. Like, just watch this with me. this is fair use, so please don't hit me with no thing. And I'm super excited about like the new Jurassic World movie that's coming out. I'm going to watch it. It's gonna be amazing. But just listen to this, so you guys can see exactly where I'm coming from.
You just now coming here from leaving this morning?
Yeah, I had to go to football practice.
Yeah, what?
Yes, sir.
You know I ain't but 2 seconds off you no way. That garbage sitting in there overflowing, you ain't done none of your chores, now you coming here talking about yeah.
I was just getting ready to do my chores now, Pop.
Your first chore is to help me with this fence on Saturday. Everything else come after that. Now, get that saw, we're gonna cut these boards.
You guys are gonna see exactly what I'm
Pop.
talking about.
Why don't you buy a TV?
What I want with a TV, what I want one of them for?
Everybody got one. Earl, Baybra, Jesse.
I ain't asked you who had one, I said what I want with one.
So you can watch it. They got lots of things on TV. Baseball and everything.
Yeah?
We could watch the World Series.
Yeah, how much this TV cost?
I don't know. They got them on sale for about $200.
$200?
That ain't that much, Pop.
No, that's just $200. You see that roof you got sitting over your head at night? Let me tell you something about that roof. It's been 10 years since that roof was last tarred. See now snow come this winter, sit up on that roof like it is, it's gonna seep inside, just gonna be a little bit, you ain't gonna hardly notice it. Then the next thing you know, it's gonna be leaking all over the house, then the wood rot from all that water, and you're gonna need a whole new roof. Now, how much you think it costs to get that roof fixed?
I don't know.
$264 cash money, see? While you be thinking about a TV, I got to be thinking about the roof or whatever else go wrong around here. Now, if you had $200, what would you do? Fix the roof or buy a TV?
I'd buy a TV. And when the roof started to leak, if it needed fixing, I'd fix it.
Where you gonna get your money from? You done spend it on TV. You gonna sit up in there and let that water run all over your brand new TV?
No, Papa, you got the money. I know you do.
Where I got it at, huh?
In the bank.
You wanna see my bank book? You wanna see that $73.22 I got sitting up in there?
You don't have to pay for it all at one time. You can put a down payment on it and carry it on with you.
Not me. I ain't gonna nobody nothing if I can help it. Miss a payment, they come and snatch it right out your house, then what you got? Huh? See? Now, when I get $200 clear, I'll buy me a TV. Right now, when I get $264, I'm gonna get that roof fixed.
Oh, Pop.
You go and get you 200 and buy you a TV if you want to. I got better things to do with my money.
I can't get $200. I ain't never seen $200.
All right, I'll tell you what. You get $100, I'll put the...
Mary says, well, my mom always validates my feeling and how I feel, hence why our relationship is strong. We form a healthy parent-child relationship. Not everyone has my luxury. Of course, kids can be rude and not validate their parents' feelings, so that's when they can invalidate the child's... Wait. It says, not everyone has that luxury. Of course, kids can be rude and not validate their parents' feelings, so that's why they can invalidate the child's feelings. Well, two wrongs don't make a right, if that's what you're saying. There's a difference between a bratty child and a child who does what they're supposed to do. But see now we're talking about two different things then.
Other 100 with it.
All right, I'm going to show you.
And you're going to show me how you can cut these boards right now. There
Bro,
you go.
Sway says, bro, when I was a kid, I was made to just go out to walk around for 2 hours and come back till 6 evenings. See, the thing is, and a lot of people may not like the way that a father raises their kids and the way that a mother raises their kids are two different routes. A mom is going to validate your feelings on a balance of probabilities. That's just what's, how it is. And like this movie it just shows that. And I know that what we're talking about, like, depending on, if there are like a bunch of haters out there, they clip in and be like, I knew it. This is the evidence I was looking for. Grubby is evil. But what I'm saying is, like, it's different. It's different. The way you raise a daughter is not the same way that you raise a son. That is a fact. Like, the way you raise a daughter is different than when you raise a son. Prime example, and now we're speaking super facts. You're speaking from your perspective, from a female's perspective. There's nothing wrong with that. It is like it's fact. You're speaking, facts on the balance of probabilities. You if you have a daughter, you'll nurture, you'll nurture, your, let's say, your daughter does something. Let's say your daughter like hurts, like, breaks, like, an ankle or something like that. I'm trying to think of something that makes sense. Example, like relationships. Your daughter comes home. Oh, he broke up with me. Like, I feel so. And then, like the parents will coddle the daughter. Oh, it's okay, baby. There's nothing wrong with you. One day you'll find the right guy. Now, you look at the son. Then the son comes in the house. She broke up with me. What do I do? The father will look at the son and be like, yo, why are you crying? Like, okay, you got your heart broken. You got your heart broken. Oh well, get used to it. You'll be harder on the son than the daughter. Now, is that saying that that the parents aren't validating the way that the son felt? That's not what that's saying. It's just that a lot of people just have issues with it's not that that's why I say what I said. It's not that people have issues with feeling validated. It's that they are not satisfied with the validation that they received. Like if you ever think about it, like if people aren't validated to a certain level, it makes them feel unvalidated. And I'm like, yo, what sense does that make? It doesn't make it like, oh, I need to feel like, I want you to validate me, but what if like the validation isn't like, you say, the gender role talk. No, that has nothing to do with gender roles. It has nothing to do with that. What I'm saying is, I don't feel like talking about that.
$200.
I don't feel like talking about that. Because it just gets to the point where people aren't really listening.
Can I ask you a question?
The hell you got to ask me, Mr. Stewicki, the one you got the questions for.
How come you ain't never liked me?
Like you? Who the hell said I got to like you? What law is there say I got to like you? Want to stand up in front of my face and ask a damn fool-ass question like that? Talking about liking somebody. Come here, boy, when I talk to you.
See, and this is exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about like validating people's feelings. And I will say this: whether you're a guy or whether you're a girl, I don't care. I'm telling you right now, like I don't care how people feel. I really don't, because I'm telling you right now, whether I was a guy or whether I was a girl, and let's say I lost a job, the world does not care about the fact that I just lost a job. Like I lost a job regardless, and that's just like, and that's why I say, like, when people say like validate, I don't have issues with validation, because I know that someone validating how I feel does not determine and should not determine how I feel about myself. You mean to tell me that the only way for me to feel great about myself is for someone else to say something nice about me? That means nothing, because what am I telling myself? How many times has a friend gave you a compliment and you was like, nah, I'm not. Your friend will be like, oh, you're super smart. You're like, no, like when your friend goes away, you're like, no, I'm actually, pretty stupid. It's like, yo, so it's like that compliment didn't even matter. And when we talking about like parents and children and like this whole idea of being validated, it's like the son is like, oh, like, how come you don't like me? And so I guess, the son is having like, some validation issues. And the conversation that they're about to have is the conversation that parents and children just don't have. Prime example, I remember he says, oh, gender role talks, my least favorite subject. If you like, the issue that I have with that is the fact that people are not willing to talk about things that make them uncomfortable. Therefore, you will never understand where people are coming from. So like, just listen.
Straighten up, goddammit. I asked you a question. What law is there say I got to like you?
None.
All right then. Don't you eat every day? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you in my house.
Even though he
put a
said it,
spur on the end of it when
it's
you talk to me.
it's a
You
movie.
eat every day.
Yes, sir.
Got a roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
Got clothes on your back.
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you?
Hell, I know it's because of me. But why do you think that is?
Because you like me?
Like you. I go out of here every morning. I bust my butt putting up with them crackers every day because I like you. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. It's my...
See, that's where it's, and then a lot of people are like where I have like, you know, the issues of like people talking about, oh, you know, like validation issues, because the funny thing is like I see it. I like where I work, guys, where I work, like I see it. The first time I ever heard someone say something about validation, I'm like, what is that? Not saying that I didn't know what the word was, but I'm like people get so upset about like being validated, and it's like it's nice, and you know, to Mary's defense, it's nice, you know, sort of, it's a luxury, it's maybe you know, it could even be a privilege, but is it required? Is it necessary? It's not. And that's why I say, like, you know, it's kind of like the difference between like the kids and the parents. The kids are always talking about, oh, how I feel, and the parents are always focused on like, you know, like the needs, what is necessary, what is required for you to grow, like, you know, what is going to help you get to that next step. Kids are always focused on the feelings aspect, and that's why as you get older, you know, you start, you grow and you learn and you develop. And your perspective changes, but when you're a kid, you're only focused about people that like you and people that validate you, and where like you see like the father, like he's looking a little upset. The father is gonna you know, do like the whole tough love thing. Like you wouldn't really expect for anyone else to, you know, to give him the response that he's about to get, other than the dad. And I think I would be willing to say that even if, then again, I don't know. I wouldn't really know, because I'm not really sure on what it would be like. But like, if looking at like the time when this movie was made, or like the time period that it's referring to, we had serious things that we needed to be focused on, and serious issues that were going on in the world. We're talking like what, 60 years ago? Not even a century ago, we had like serious things that we needed to be focused on. Murphy says, what if your child came up to you and said, the teacher said I was fat, and now I don't feel comfortable in that class? Would you tell them to suck it up or talk to them about it? I would tell them both. I would tell the kid both, because I believe and I understand that whatever someone says about you is not a reflection of your reality. How many times has someone looked at you and said that, and how many times has someone looked at you and said that, oh, you know, you're smart? They don't know that you just failed the test yesterday. And so what? Believe it or not, I actually had a teacher in the past that made me cry once. I actually had a teacher like that, and he pissed me off greatly, and I felt like I was being picked on. But the older I became, the more I understood where he was coming from. Like I used to have this shirt. With like, it had a car on it, it had money on it, and the shirt said hustle, right? Now, as you're a kid, you think that that's like a decent shirt. Right now the teacher was a cop. Right? He was a cop, but he was a part-time cop, but he was a teacher. Now I would feel like I was being picked on, like I was being singled out. But as I got older, I understood where he was coming from. He told me to go to the bathroom and turn my shirt inside out because he did not want he didn't want to see me, wear that shirt. And there were times where, it was embarrassing, but once again, that's just how I feel, because as you get older and I understand and I see exactly what that looks like. Do you have any idea how many people, just look at how many people you go to high school with, right? Let's say you go to high school, 50 of you guys graduate from high school. All 50 of you guys go to college. And then only 20 of you guys end up graduating from college. And then what do you see? You see 10 people struggling. Another 10 people selling what they don't need to be selling out on the streets. Like, adults know more than you do on the balance of probabilities. Now, even though it felt like that, and I'm like, look, okay, I get it. Like, I understand. Because there are just, the thing is, there are things that are going on that you don't see. And to your question specifically, where you say, if a teacher said that I was fat, and now I don't feel uncomfortable in that class, would you tell them to suck it up or talk to them about it? Like I said, number one, I would tell them to suck it up. And then I would tell them why. Because see, the problem is, you have to give people an explanation. And I would say whether my child is a boy or whether my child is a girl. If my child is fat, I will have that conversation with my kid. And I would say, look, even though it isn't the teacher's, it really isn't in the teacher's best interest to say that to a kid. I can understand where it comes from, because as you get older, depending on your eating habits, because like there are a bunch of things that we're not really paying attention to. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you feel uncomfortable, but like, let's say that the child isn't fat. Let's just say that the teacher just said it. I'm gonna look at the facts. And my kid is like, oh, I feel uncomfortable because the teacher said something. If my kid isn't fat, if my kid is actually looking healthy, I'll look at my kid and be like, come here. Look at yourself in the mirror. What do you see? Oh, I see, I got a 6-pack. I'm looking all right, and I'm looking healthy. And I'm like, all right, so what are the facts? Oh, I'm not fat. You're not fat. That's number one. Now, if the kid was fat, then once again, if it's the truth, then I will look at my kid and be like, hey, we accept it and we move forward. If someone told me that I was fat, I have two choices. I can accept it and do something about it, or do nothing about it. Period. How I feel has nothing to do with the fact. Am I fat? No. So no. It's just the way that I see it is like, look, people are going to talk about you until you are no longer here. And that's a fact. Your boss might not like you. Your coworkers might not like you. But at the end of the day, it's how you feel about yourself. And look, that's just with that. Like that's a whole like, that's a conversation that the parents should be having with their kid. Mary says, it's not the teacher's place at all to tell a child their physical. You don't know what that child is going through or if they have a condition. What if he was fat due to a condition that was out of your and the child's control? And this teacher just called him out on his disability. You wouldn't feel heated even just a little bit? Me personally, I would have to say no. I would not feel heated because like the world does not owe you understanding. That's what a lot that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. And I know it sounds weird, and I know it sounds like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, so what? Like, so what? Like, people call me skinny. Like, is that supposed to make me feel bad? Like, what? Like, cause now we're talking about like probabilities, and like, oh, like what if I had a condition that that made it so that I couldn't hold weight no matter how hard I tried. Would I personally feel some type of way? Me personally, I would not, because the world does not owe me understanding. Like so what? You know, and that's just how I feel. How you feel about yourself matters. As long as you are your sword and your shield, no one, what, it doesn't matter what was anyone else has to say about you. I don't care about. Rev says the world don't owe me anything, but if that teacher came to my child, no matter the gender, I would talk to them. It's not the teacher's place to embarrass your kid. Now I would say this, you know, if it depending on how that conversation played out, if the teacher was acting like a kid and just did it in front of everyone, or if the kid was pulled to the side and be like, you know, I'm concerned about you know, your weight, you know, you're only like 7 and you're like 140 pounds. Like, that's like, you know, like I would really, you know, I would really like to see you, like, you know, participate in gym more. And then that kid feels like, oh, like, I'm embarrassed, you know, the teacher told me that you know, I'm only 7 years old and I'm 140 pounds. Then the kid goes to the parent, and then the parent comes to the school and be like, it is not your job to sit there and say, yeah, but now just listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, like, because I know height, when we're talking about body mass index, like height and all of that stuff goes into account to determine whether you're actually, you know, overweight or not. But it's like, if you know, the parent comes to the school and be like, oh, you know, it's not your place to sit there and say and tell my, you know, and tell my kid that my kid is overweight, you know. And I'm like, and to where I would say that I agree, and that I understand that it isn't a stranger's place, that it isn't a teacher's place, but you do have to understand to a certain degree that teachers care about their kids. Teachers care about their kids, and they care about their students. So you know, the kid will come home and just tell the parent that, like, oh, he said this, but then the kid will leave out important details and say that, oh, like, the teacher pulled me to the side and told me that, you know, that the teacher was concerned about like, you know, what's going on, you know, with my weight. And I would say at the end of the day, it should have been it's the responsibility of the parent to let their kid know that maybe their kid is eating too much. But how many times do you see like a parent where they don't tell their kids the truth? They don't tell their kids the truth. And I'm like, look, at you, like, you need to hear, like, you have to hear the truth. And I'm like, sometimes the way it comes off, it could have been a little sweeter, it could have been a little nice, but like the truth of it doesn't change the fact that there are going to be problems later on in the future. Like, I look at me and, like, I'm like, I take my personal scenarios and everything, like on the outside you would never think that there was anything wrong, but there are issues on the inside that a lot of people just don't see. So it was like, look, like, I'm like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I say you take it however you want to take it, even though that's like, you know, getting off track. But, like, once again, when we talk about the whole validation of feelings with between parents and kids, this is what I wanted you guys to kind of understand.
Job. It's my responsibility. You're about the biggest fool I ever saw. It's my job. It's my responsibility. A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. Because I like you, because it's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Now let's get this straight right here and now before I go along any further.
And this is like the biggest part of what I want people to try and understand. Like, if people have never seen this movie, I would really want for people to see this scene. And like seriously, like even my community, I would really want people to just try to understand like where my mindset comes from. It's this part right here.
I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it to me because he owe me. Now, I don't give you everything I got to give you. I give you your life. Me and your mama worked that out between us, and liking your black ass wasn't part of the bargain. Now, don't you go through life worrying about whether somebody like you or not. You best be making sure they're doing right by you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then get the heck.
See? And that's the point. That's the point behind. That's just the point behind that whole validation thing. Like, I don't care. You don't have to like me. You don't have to validate my feelings or nothing. Like, parents only have one true responsibility, one true duty that they owe to you, and that's to take care of you. Your parents don't have to like you. Your parents don't have to validate your feelings. It's sweet and it's nice, but is it required? No, because validating your feelings doesn't pay the bills. Validating your feelings has not provided you with your room. Validating your feelings has not provided you with the house that you can go to. No, validating your feelings doesn't pay the bills. You think that your landlord cares about the fact that you came up short with the rent? Either you come up with the rent or you get out. Like all you really have to if people are just look, the thing said it better. I really don't have anything to add to that. Listen, I've met more teachers who do their jobs just for the money than to actually care for the kids. Yeah, maybe. But the way that I see it is like, how many times have you had teachers that actually like cared about their students, and then the students don't realize what the teacher was trying to teach them until they get like 18? Why is that then? At some point you do get, like, people do get tired, and see, the funny thing about like when people get tired is, like, at the end of the day, like, each and every person on the face of this planet is human. Okay, like, at some point you can care about someone like immensely. You can care about someone so much to the point where it's like if it was like a money exchange, if it was like a care exchange where that person didn't care about them at all, like you would basically overflow them with like care or whatever, like tenfold, because they're like, at some, you can care as much as you want, but at some point you have to care about yourself. Like, how many times has a teacher told a student, I'm gonna need for you to try and study, and then the kid just chose not to, and then what ends up happening? Then that kid goes to high school, and then the kid does the same thing in high school. Then the kid drops out of high school. Teachers care, but at some point you have to care about yourself. A lot of people are missing the fact that you are required to put forth the effort as well. Like, stop waiting for other people to care about you. Stop waiting for someone to validate how you're feeling. Stop waiting for people to take the steps for you. Like, people can show you the way, but you have to take your own steps to getting there. And then when people say, "Oh, I've just seen people that just come to work there, and that they come to work and they do their job and they don't seem to care about the kids." And I would say, okay, I get that. But do the kids care enough? Do the kids care enough? Do the parents care enough to make sure that their kid is home studying? Do the parents care enough? Because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child. It is what it is. Like your parents are responsible with teaching you and providing you with, you know, a space where you can grow, where you can do the necessary growing before going out into the real world, because the real world is not your parents, you know. So hopefully your parents did a good job at bringing you and growing you and helping you develop to a point where if you're feeling something, you can speak up and you know and you can learn, you know, like the way that the world works. I just think that there are so many parents out there that aren't telling their kids, you know, the truth. It's like, I think like they're trying to put a barrier, they're trying, no, it's not, they're not trying to put a barrier. They're trying to make the world, at least I would say, I don't know, maybe parents today, because like it's just like I said, like we said with the whole internet thing, like we really live in a world where like you can lose everything that you've worked for because people don't, just because someone doesn't agree with what you're saying. Like you can lose everything. Prime example is cancel culture. It's like it's absolutely ridiculous to me that you can work super hard to build your name, to build your brand, and have it taken down because you know someone's feelings got hurt. And see, I keep like muting the music, but see, like that's like a, you guys don't see that as a problem? Like, do you guys not see that that's an issue? Because it boils down to like social media. It boils down to like, are the parents doing their job? Like that's why I say like you know, parents are responsible with making sure that you grow, that your interpersonal skills are developed, that you have a sense of who you are and who you want to be. And that's like if your parents are actually doing it, you know, doing their job, because the world will tell you otherwise. Like everyone has that friend where like they'll talk to their parents a certain way, and you'll look at your friend and be like, I will never talk to my parents like that. You know, you'll look at your parents like that. And it's like, yo, cause like maybe you know, perhaps, you know, the parents are too lenient, parents aren't doing something, but then, you know, like you can sort of take that, you know, take that how you want, because like I don't know, like to be perfectly honest, I don't even know what the world is turning into nowadays. Like I don't. Sometimes it's just best not to comment. Like I would rather not comment on someone's post, because it's a possibility that they might take it the wrong way. And that's and to the extent that I actually do respond to someone, like if someone has like a topic that they care about, if I respond, I can't just give them a single sentence. I can't, because they can absolutely construe the meaning, and it can change the meaning. And I'm like, I can't just say this and not explain where I'm coming from. And so that's literally what, you know, that's what I'll do. I'll say, look, this and this, blah blah blah, right? And and this is where I'm coming from. It's almost like I'm talking to a person, but I'm giving them like a paragraph. Like I'm literally giving them a paragraph as to where I'm coming from, because I cannot afford for someone to take what I said and start switching up the meaning, because that has happened to me before, where like I took a completely neutral stance on something, and I made a comment, and then the fact that either I explained but I didn't explain it enough, they took it as I was like almost insulting someone, and I'm like, you're not listening. You're really not listening. You know, and outside of that, where it's like, if when people tune into to our streams and everything, let's say, oh, Grubby, you know, you're doing this all wrong, and let's say like I spent hours like grinding and working and trying to make sure that I bring you guys the best, and they say this isn't good enough, and I'm like, is it my responsibility? Is it my duty, you know, to please that individual to 100%? It is not. Okay? And let's say, you know, they take offense to it. Oh, I don't like you because you don't do your best. And it's like I am like am I supposed to feel some type of way about that? No. Like, because number one, you can't please everyone. Everyone is not meant to like you. Everyone is not meant to understand where you come from. And I know it's like it's crazy to say, but that's why I say, you know, like, you know, once again, on the balance of probabilities, like your parents will try to validate, you know, where you're coming from, but then your parent has a responsibility, and you know, your parents are responsible with telling you how it is, how it really is. Like outside of your brother, your sister, your aunts, your uncles, outside of your bloodline, no one owes you understanding. And I just think that parents are parents are validating, but then they're not telling the kids, you know, the truth, you know, like they're not because you know, I guess, you know, your parents wouldn't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm like, yo, like if I had a son, and my son was failing in school, I would tell my son, you're a failure. You are a failure. And my son could have came home crying, Dad, you know, you know, I would never have him say that, but it's like, oh, you know, I'm crying or this and that. I'm like, look, listen. like I'd be like, look, I understand that you're failing. That's all the validation that you get from me. That's the validation for me. I understand how you feel and where you're coming from, but the reality is you are failing. That's the conversations that parents should have with their kids. A parent should not sit there and say, I understand how you're feeling, and it'll be, you know, it'll get better. But if I see that my kid is not trying, that's going to piss me off. And then what do you want me to do? You want me to sit there and try to validate them and say, oh, I understand that you're not trying? No, I understand that you're not trying, and you're failing because you're not trying. Like school, like real life doesn't happen until after you graduate. That's when you know, life starts to happen for you. Like, how many people around you do you see suffering, and when you look at them, it seems like they aren't trying. It just looks like they aren't trying. And then if you'll say, oh, like, I understand that, like, that. No. Like once again, like, how many people have you seen that are struggling, and then it seems like they're not trying? And then when you ask them, if you ask them, let's say you provided them with a blueprint to say, like, this is what you can do to change your situation, and then they say, I'm not doing that. And it's like, dude, like, you're struggling, you're suffering right now. I gave you the plan, I gave you the steps to try and get better, and you're not doing it. At that point, I'm not validating how you feel no more. At that point, I could care less about how you feel, because you don't care. Because you don't care enough. You don't care enough. And I just think, you know, that's what it boils down to. Like the old job that I was working at, you couldn't get promoted. You couldn't get promoted unless you've gone through years of training and got certain licenses to even qualify for that position. Like, you think that do you know, for me to sit there and say that, oh, like, oh, they didn't validate how I felt because I was really enthusiastic about the job. It has nothing to do with just them. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with me knowing what the steps are, and me not taking those steps to qualify, or me not taking those steps to be better, or me not studying to pass classes and to be better. Like, I know I may come up, like, when I talk a lot, and sometimes I say a whole lot of nothing. But if anyone learns anything from me, I would hope that they will learn that like, I believe that you have to put forth the effort if you want to be better, if you want to change, if you want to try to make improvements. Because, like, you can't be a nurse just because you want to be a nurse. You can't be successful just because you want to be successful. You can't be rich just because you want to be rich. You have to take the necessary steps to getting there. You know, it is what it is. And guess what? If people don't validate how I feel, if people are like validation really doesn't matter. I was just scratching my hand and looking at my wrist. If people don't validate how I'm feeling, like, it doesn't matter, because it's all, yeah. My Xbox is actually on right now. What is actually going on? Hold on, let me check this. Oopsie. Yeah, yours truly did install Destiny 2. And I installed Destiny because they brought Rift. I'm actually going to open it up because I want to see if Rift is actually there. But like the thing, like, what's going, like, I'm not, if I had 3 wishes, one of the first wishes would be that, what's up, Nitro? Nitro said, oh, I thought I heard something from my PC for a second. Destiny 2, the infamous Grubby returns! You guys are about to witness what Grubby's Guardian looks like for the very first time right here on the stream. And why not? From talking about validating feelings and understanding that the world is your oyster, who cares about how the world feels about you? You snatch your success from the world. I don't care if the world doesn't like me. The world doesn't. The world also doesn't have to respect me. But the people around me, I will make sure that people are doing right by me. That's the only thing that matters. If people aren't blatantly trying to be your enemy, then you're fine. Nitro says, oh, and I've been here from the beginning. I was just staying silent. Yeah, I know, Nitro. I know. Our viewer count. It has dwindled. It's okay, though. It's okay. Because I got a little surprise for us. But it's like for me, guys, it's like, man, I'm telling you guys, like, we live in a super sensitive time where like everyone wants their feelings to be validated, and I think that's why so many people are getting targeted, man. A solar class update. What you talking about? You can now choose from a selection of super abilities, aspects, and fragments to craft my solar build. How much of this solar fragment disabled due to performance issue with the Ember of Benevolence fragment not working as intended with other sources? It has been disabled for use. Neutralize the High Servitor in the Warden of Nothing Nightfall and enjoy bonus Vanguard ranks The first Trials of Osiris of the season begins. Shax brings Team Scorch to the Crucible. Rotations, the Deepstone Crypt, Dungeon, Prophecy. It's always the Prophecy. How we doing, baby girl? I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't seen baby girl in so long. Let me bring this to full screen and like bring this down so I can see. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna
In times of crisis, people look to their leaders for answers.
This looks like an old cutscene.
But ever since the planets were ripped from our sky, it seems all I can offer are more questions. And now, with Mars returned, I hardly know where to start.
Destiny with the graphics, man. Destiny always has the graphics.
Where is she?
I don't even know who that is. Who are they looking for? Eris Morn? How did I know?
Your theory was correct. The relic is of the pyramids. There's no doubt.
Word is out about
Eris
Mars.
with those lips.
I need more time.
The Cabal are mobilizing. We need to...
You better hit him with a void ball.
Secure the camp!
Character development and nerfs.
Wait. It seems they have another target.
What are they aiming at?
The hive?
FATHOM.
How much did I actually miss in this game? I know I haven't touched this game in years. Like I literally got off because this game was getting on my nerves. Actually, no, it was because it got too expensive. So I got off. Because why not? When I first got Destiny 2, I spent $100 on it. That's how much I liked the game. What is this? This is a classic D2 campaign. Stop playing with me, alright? Stop playing with me. Like, harder missions and stronger combatants. This is what I do. What is this? When defeated, acolytes spawn fire pools. Okay, combatants have more health and are difficult to stun. Chaff, radar disabled. Legendary. Heavily shielded, highly aggressive combatants appear in great numbers. The activity is fixed at a difficulty. Your current character has not yet completed this mission on legendary. Yeah, you better give me. Stop. First off, let's make sure the classes are right. How we doing, Grubby? I need to see what are my arm. What is that arm color, and why does it seem like it's not matching? Nectar Dynamo. So what is this color? Carbon Bloof. Carbon Bloof. Let me fix this. Where is that Carbon Bloof? Grazie. 1350. Yeah, I haven't played this game in so long. Don't you think for a second that I'm gonna be playing around with these enemies though, because I'm not. I'm just making sure that I'm ready. Braid Tech Survival. That can stay there for now. I'm not really gonna dismantle too much. 1350 distribution. I'll rock that for now. Whatever this gun is, whack. Get that out of here. Grenade launchers are so garbage. Scout rifle, garbage. Pulse rifle, garbage. Everything capped at 1350, and these are 2 primaries. You already know I'm gonna rock the summoner. I forgot I had this weapon. I literally forgot I had it. Butterfly, hi, how we doing? I worked my butt off to get this gun. I worked my booty off to get this gun. I just need the handling to be alright. Counterbalance reduces recoil. Yeah, I'll take that. Dragonfly, increase the radius and damage of Dragonfly. This weapon does have Dragonfly, correct? It's just the recoil. Increases the radius and damage. Let's do it. Because I can always put the counterbalance back on. Now we're talking in Destiny terms again. Now, what exactly did they do to my subclass? What did you do? Knife trick. Swarm nades. Solar nades. Thermite nades. Trip mine. I can stay. What is this? What is this? A scorched shell. Your solar supers are enhanced. Golden gun. While radiant. Final blows with your blade barrage. Blade barrage launches more projectiles. Defeat targets with abilities. It solar debuffs or solar weapons to charge up and improve solar explosive. And what's this one? On your mark. Precision final blows grant you increased weapon handling. Nah. Knock him down. Knock him down and improving my explosive. What is this? Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. No. Solo weapon final blows grant you increased recovery. Defeating targets with solar. Radiant and restoration effects applied to you. Your solar super projectiles. Hold up. I'm seeing a whole lot of stuff. Where did all of this stuff come from? Final blows with your solar super causes targets to ignite. You apply more scorch stacks. Powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. Rapidly defeating. I'll take the orb of power any day. Is this the, what's this one? Ember of Searing, not yet unlocked. Recharge faster when you scorch targets. I guess that's like, this is a whole new game. Radiant and restoration effects. Solar projectiles. Stronger target acquisition. Oh snap. For the second one. What was that one that I put on? Where was that first one? Ember of Wonder. Radiant restoration effects. Solar stronger acquisition. I already have that on. Final blows causes targets to ignite. Powered melee attacks. Rapidly defeating multiple enemies. That's the orb. I guess I'll take that. And what about my knives? Proximity weighted. Nah. This knife needs to be. Give me that. You already know triple jump immediately. What about my evade? Where's my evade? Did they take our evade away? A solar nade? We got solar nades? I know the trip mine nade is always disgusting for like immediate damage. Do we have healing grenade? What? What did they just turn this game into? Hunters have firebolt nades? Fusion nade? What? You got the wrong one showing me all of this stuff. My stats are bony baloney. Actually, what did they do to... What did you do to this? Look. I have Beyond Light. I have the Beyond Light. Is this manage? Oops. Oh, I guess that's just look at the game in the store. Excuse you. Go back. Yo, games and add-ons. What isn't installed? Because how do I not have Beyond Light? I thought Beyond Light was with the Frost. Doesn't need to be installed. What is this expansion pass? Well, I'm not really sure what's going on. But can someone explain that to me? I thought I always had the darkness class before. Like, I guess they locked it. I'm surprised. You guys are gonna have to explain that to me. Because I had the Frost subclass. I remember that. I'm surprised it's not here. Let me see if I can maybe look up what happened. There would be no new dark. Can you still get the stasis subclass? Thankfully, it's not too tough, but you would need access to the Beyond Light that launched in 2020. Without it, you can still earn the weapons, but you won't be able to I had that DLC. Nah, maybe it was free. I think it was free and they took it away. They made it so that you probably had to pay for it. Now, where are we?
Guardian, Eris and I are establishing hidden operations near the cradle. What's your location?
We're in some kind of crop field.
What you see is a window into the Golden Age. Mars has returned with temporal instabilities, and
Can I touch this?
presence here is no coincidence.
We believe the reappearance of Mars drove her out of hiding, and our intel says she may be in a weakened state. The Cabal fleet is blocking the flight path onto her ship. We need to find a way to get up there and track Savathun down.
This may be our only chance to strike.
Okay. But I don't even know where I'm going. That way. See, that's the problem that I have with Destiny is it's always you may need to download it because each DLC you have to download it individually. So do I have to go to the store and find it? 1 second. Because I already had that DLC. And I know I had it. Can I see the add-ons, please? But I'm telling you guys, like, do I not own Beyond Light? How do I not own it? I'm so confused. We're literally looking at the store live. What? Free on Game Pass. I truly don't know. You guys got me because I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at that point. Defeat the Cabal. Defeat the Cadrals. Holy snap, these guys are swole. That hurts a lot. Am I like not strong enough? I am weak sauce. I will actually have to spend some time like watching the game. You're done. This is all, it's a whole new game. I'm fighting enemies that I'm not supposed to be fighting. I can tell. I'll take this though. See ya. Oh!
The Cabal are setting up a giant cannon. I have an idea. Head inside and get me to a console.
Back up. That still hurts. Okay, so we're going up. Oh yeah? Bop! Oh snap! Ah! Wow. Not to mention, I'm not even playing this on... Oh, I touched that? Hey, Goofy, bop! Yeah, I hit you with it.
Console. Let's see how this cannon works. I heard Sabathur went into hiding thanks to the Awoken Queen, Marasav. So why is she showing herself again so soon? Seems too reckless for a god of cunning.
You got the wrong one, Goofy. Whoop! The Crucible! Hey, buddy, how you doing? Bop! Bop! Sit down. Come again. Come again. Hey, buddy, how you doing today? Roop-oop. Chose the wrong one, buddy.
Okay, got it. We need fuel, power, and projectile control. You'll be the projectile, of course. I know what you're thinking, but trust me.
I'm the
this will
projectile?
work. My plans always work.
Like Destiny?
Let's start with opening the fuel lines.
Ah! You're gonna have to try harder than that. Oh, that's a lot of people. I don't think I understand that I'm used to playing video games by myself. Back up. I will slay my enemies.
One down, Carter.
Back
One
up.
more to go.
Where's the second one? Be quiet. This guy gotta go. And I know there's someone behind me. You're done. You're done. Roo! Did my grenade like change? Doink! How'd you miss that grenade? Hmm? How'd you miss that grenade? That's the best you got? I'm not letting up off your shield, boy. I'm not letting up off that shield. You get it too. Doink! Arrgh! Bringing me back to my Destiny days.
New lines open.
Where do I go? Ooh! Back to the middle, right? Hee. Where'd it go? Where's the thing? Can you back up? Back up on me. See, I don't like you at all. Nope. Take that uppercut. Where'd it go? There it is. Try again. Epic fell on your part, buddy.
Next up, generators.
Oh yeah? Pop! What's this? Fusion cell! Ah! I can't wait to play Rift. If it's there. Back up. Back up. Too close. Too close. Too close. I got distracted. Y'all lucky I don't have my my Titan Defender with me. Ugh. Back up. Ah! Dang it. I don't hurt myself. That doesn't mean anything because I'm coming back over there and I'm putting hands on you. Where they at? Purple says, oh, I didn't know you were going to play a game considering the title. Well, brother, you know, I just had to sneak that in there. Only because, like, a bunch of the Xbox notifications came through. And I'm like, I was downloading a game. Now I must exact revenge on my enemies. Because they asked for it. Is this not the one? Oh, it's you. You're done. You're done and you know it. Back up on me. Back up. Got something. I don't care. I'll take damage, y'all take damage. Hey, Goofy, how you doing? Uppercut! Bloop! Do I go down there?
You know, if I were a god of cunning, I wouldn't show up with a giant ship. It's like saying, "Here I am, come kill me." Or maybe Savathun's waving a red flag at a bull. Maybe we're the bull.
Oh yeah? A grubby bull. Where am I? What's this? It's a rally banner. Even though this isn't really the super I want. I don't want the gunslinger. I want the knives. Grazie. Am I rallied? See, that's what I get. Well,
we need 2 override codes to get the lift moving. Only Cabal engineers carry them.
I missed. I missed again. And again. Cabal engineers, eh? You're gonna stop jumping around. Come here. Here. Ah! Let me look at my weaponry. We're gonna need something dirty. I think a shoddy. What exotics do we have? Xeno? Put the Xeno in my hand. And I'm gonna need a primary. What is this? It's a scout though. I really don't want a scout. I do not want a scout. But then again, a RPG would be perfect. So I'm gonna try to use the Shoddy Bubati. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go. Wait, reload everything.
We need 2 override codes to get the lift moving. Only
Make sure
Cabal
everything's
engineers
reloaded.
carry them.
Let's get to it. Oh, you moved. You're lucky. Oh, so is that guy right there? Oh, that's a lot of damage. I think I see how we're gonna have to play this. We're gonna have to play this super safe. There's one. Now the question is, am I able to do what I used to do? Am I able to solo this event? It's not an event, but you moved. Why would you move? Stop running. I gotta find the other one. I know there are 2 of you here. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Oh, he's shooting a shotgun, but he's not hitting us. Because I'm hitting the barrel next to you. Be quiet. What kind of shotgun like this has range? Now let me save these heavies. Watch it, watch it. You tried to be sneaky about it. Boop. You tried to be real sneaky just now. Where's the boss? There he is. keep trying to hit him. Even though I'm tempted to hit these guys. I think I almost lost just then. You better hope my super doesn't charge up any faster. Try again. I'm getting closer to you. I'm getting closer to you. Where are you? Remember, you asked for this 1v1, but unlike you, I can actually handle this. Take this grenade.
Get me to that console. I'll activate the lift. Lift is active. We just have to adjust the trajectory.
Give me the loot! I want it all. I want it all. What is that? What's that? Am I taking this up? What game is this? This is Destiny 2. I played it a long time ago.
The Cabal came prepared for war. Not with us, but with Savathun.
Savathun?
How they knew she was going to be here.
Who are you touching? Back up. Adjust cannon trajectory?
All right, the cannon is aligning. Time to reload, Guardian.
Reload?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. But I'll stand by to revive, just in case.
Oh, this is about to be hot.
To my knowledge, no Guardian has ever been on Savathun's ship before. Either she's inviting us aboard, or she's so weak after that encounter with Queen Mara that she's getting clumsy. I'm hoping for the latter, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, snap. Ah! I'm a floating grubby. You guys can't join this game. It's not a game you can join, Will. This is what they call Destiny 2. He got folded.
Ikora, we made it onto the ship, and we're seeing traces of void light. Seems like maybe another Guardian got up here first.
That's impossible. Perhaps we've acted too hastily. There are too many unknowns.
Left, right.
Savathun is the god of
And I said that
coming.
wrong on purpose.
To wait for a moment when her intentions are clear. We would wait forever.
Not forever. Just until we can provide backup. Guardian, Eris and I are pinned down. If you turn back now, It'll give us more time to plan.
I don't think Savathun will give us free time, Ivora. This might be our only shot. Don't worry, we'll handle it.
Be careful.
It just looked like this was the way to go. Have my shotgun ready. Traversing the darkness. Why did I switch? This is meant to be just chatting. Hey, just chatting is meant to be whatever it's meant to be. It can be anything. But yeah, I'll be honest, what we were talking about earlier, we probably talked enough about it. What is that? Who told you to pack-a-punch him? You don't pack-a-punch nothing. Who's throwing stuff at me? Do it again.
Did you see that moth just now?
I did.
It was glowing with light. Not corrupted light, Guardian, but light like ours.
Oh yeah, pack-a-punch someone else. Watch what happened. Watch what happened. You pack-a-punch someone else. What is this? Another rally banner? They want to play a game. Let me adjust my weapons accordingly. Try to use the death adder. And the sword that knows no bounds. I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. Move that. I don't like this weapon. Why is this thing in front of me? Back up. Too close. Yes, I did have Beyond Light. I don't know what happened to it. What are these things? Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Yep. Yep. Back up. Heavy sniper. Nope. Bop. Bop. Oh, one taps. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So you're not even worth it. You are worth this, though. Back up on me. Too close. Oh, what's that? Tribute. Get away! Ah, oh, that hurt. What is a tribute? It open? Well, that's just like one seal. Dang! I was not expecting that sound alert to be that loud. I need to adjust my headphones like now. Oh, is that what that's for, though? I just lost. Hold on, I gotta edit. No, I did not say sound alert, and I wasn't expecting it to be that loud either. That actually held it down for me. A 1360? It does frost damage? I'll take it. I will take it. Ooh, memory of K cloak. Nice. With let me see if it's like here. I just want to see because like it would be nice if I could use the stasis and just freeze people. Fantastic. Look at what I did to me. This secondary is not getting it at all. Much better choice. Come on, machine, move it! Why is this mission so long? Step into the void. Ah! I'm only looking for the one that I need to kill. All the others don't mean anything to me at this point. Come here. Okay, so these are little seals. Alright, bring out the next one. Y'all be quiet. What kind of rocket does ice damage? And this one tracks? Invis! I guess not. Holy cow. Ah! How come that my evade didn't make me invisible? Do I have to reset it? Activate quick fall. What's this?
You want to turn on power? Great. Make my eggs scramble right now. I want bacon, I want pancakes, and I want French toast. No syrup.
What? What did they just turn me into here? I gotta do these fragments again? Void buffs. I gotta edit all of these. Oh, I like that. Damaging targets with grenades. Melee final blows grant grenade energy. Lingering grenade effects. Increased duration. 100%, you know it. Void needs. Final blow when surrounded. Super energy. Crouch. Sneak faster. Suppressing a target. You gain increased mobility. Melee final blows. Melee final blows start health regeneration. I like the sound of that. That's the snare nade. That's the only nade we have, though. That is so crazy that I gotta do these. Place this banner. So that is something incredible. It's like they really like kind of changed. Dang it. I really gotta take my time. A little bit. See, the funny thing with this guy right here, I don't have to do anything but catch you. Like this. I like the way. I'm going right for the one that needs to go. And wherever this last one is, that's a super. Ah! Don't touch me. Run, grubby, run! Wait, that's not the last one. How was that not the last one? I just got to like 3. That helps out a lot. I like that. So what do I gotta do? Oh, it needs 5. Now you're putting her here. That had to hurt. I know it did. You think you're slick, right? Gather around the campfire. I'm not about to say and lose to you. Thank you. And I will run
Exclamation mark TTS commands versus sound alerts. Did someone say sound alerts? Yay wow dash. Hi Grubby is cool. Grubby cowboy Josh cares for me and all his fans. Lol lol. Smiley face. Okay.
Just isn't adding up. We need to find Savathun.
Savathun. That's what they call her. I gotta do this whole thing alone. Is it me? I'm not looking. Oh snap! Pop. It hurt a lot. See? Do it again. I did it. Yeah, I did it. And I do it again. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, wrong move. Is it true? Hey, Goofy. Weren't you just dizzy? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should switch to arc weapon.
Right.
Ow, 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 ow.
Whoa.
Hold on. Hold on. Something is... Doesn't this have like a disruptor where it really doesn't matter what the damage types are? No crucible tracker. Man, you better put the crucible. Do you have an arc weapon? I do. It's gonna need some ammo. But other than that, I have this! I'm on my way. Ah! Are you going to open this door or not? Do I gotta shoot that?
In there. I'm picking up unusual energy readings from that statue. Let's make a quick detour.
Does this have my crucible stats on it? It does. 263 opponents. Finished. Why would I come here, right? Look at this stupid statue. Only for them to send me up there. You know, it would have been nice if they just told me to go this way first. Ah! Stay away from
Mobs will attack if you don't shoot them, Guardian.
Well, I didn't know that I could shoot them. Headshot. I know it was a headshot. I know that was a headshot against them all. We gotta get over there. Is that another one? Keep playing with me. Ah! Who wants to get quick scope? Is that it? You're done. Critical. Critical! Critical death! Oh, what's this? Nice little corner. Artifact
Looks
of
like
the Black
pyramid
Fleet.
technology. What's it doing on Savathun's ship? We should bring it back to Ikora.
No. We should allow me to use that artifact. Oh, snap. Investigate the statue. What statue? I already did. Yeah. Dang it. Sup, Goofy? Alright, so they made the 3 recent DLCs. Have to purchase. The older DLCs aren't even in the store anymore. And so I guess they removed it. They probably did. That's what I'm saying. We probably had it when it was free. But I'm guessing that they changed. I think they changed it and just made it a part of the package. Which, once again, is like, you know, like I already had this stuff and you gotta buy it again just to play it. Wait, I don't have to fight these enemies, but they did drop heavy ammo. Heavy ammo! Get away from me. Okay, back up. Back up. I need heavy ammo only. Uppercut! Ah! I got something for you since you want to come down here. Bop! Take one of those. Did you learn your lesson? Did you get destroyed? Bop! Here! Eat it. Hey, you deserved it. Who's still here? I like to throw grenades. Throw this. You're goofy. Open this door. Back up on me. Back up. You're alive? Anyone else? That better be it. All the DLC was free on Game Pass, but now it's not. I don't know. Maybe it was free, then they took it away. Bloop. Bloop. Oh, yeah? So you loving yourself over there. Back up. What do you think you're gonna do? Back up. You don't know anything about me. I used to play games like this all the time. I don't need to fight this. Wait, did that thing not just drop heavy? Or was I seeing things? It probably did drop heavy and dropped it off the edge of the mountain. Pop. Well, you know your leg is still showing. Dang it. Show your face. You know what? I'm coming over there. What's that gonna do? Get off my map. Be quiet. I'm surprised it's not a... This gun isn't a little stronger. Goofy. I can still see you. Then you proceeded to come out in the open. Delete it! Now, the question is, once I get to the boss, will I be able to defeat it on my own? Making it this far only to not... Mary... Show your least fave mod.
There are reports of Savathun trying to capture void light from dead guardians. Maybe this is related. Maybe she's been studying the void all this time. Could that be how she did this?
Well, what is this? Why does that seem like it's some kind of crystal? I'm on my way to figuring out what I missed in this video game. What was that noise? What is that?
That was Savathun. Hurry.
You want me to go down there? Really? Okay. Oh, she went through the portal. If she went through the front of the portal, I'm going through the back. What? I don't think you know who you're talking to.
No, that's impossible. Is that a ghost? It can't be. Get me closer, Guardian. I have to see.
He's back. What in the... What is this? A light bearer knight? Oh, you have the where'd you get a ghost from? You know what? That's Cade's ghost, isn't it? I'm about to beat on you for that. I'm about to beat on you for that. What are you...
That's void light.
Oh! Try again. What is this dude? It's like a NPC guardian. Oh nah, you know what? I think I know what they did. They figured out a way to use the light from guardians and attribute it to them. Ooh, wow, dude. Where'd you get that shield from? Hmm? You're goofy. You can't even look. I don't know what that was.
Stop its ghost. There's no other way.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing y'all did. Same thing y'all did to my mental. You can't delete it. You probably did. That's why Mad King isn't in this game with me. That's why. And why is he getting his super back so quickly? He's cheating. All I have is this automatic. Here you go with the shield again, dude. You're annoying.
That thing is not like me. You see that, right? I can't believe
that
this.
was cinematic.
Exclamation mark TTS commands versus sound alerts high.
Oh, Traveler, what has she done to you?
You have to do that to delete a ghost? Hive have ghosts now? Interesting. Okay, once again, I'm only looking for the one that I need to get rid of. I don't care about the other ones. There you are. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Bop! That kind of hurt a little. Why do y'all seem much more ferocious all of a sudden? Well, because I killed the guy that had the ghost. Is that why? Don't worry. I'm gonna get rid of every last one. Where are the other ones? Or do I have to activate the first one first? Dang. That hoy was serious. I can rally the flag again? Not right now. Be quiet. Eat this! Is that a legendary engram? It was not. It was legendary ammo! That actually sounds more... I heard... What's this? Close your mouth. Close your mouth. Close your mouth. I didn't ask you to speak. Can I rally the flag again? Look at all of this stuff I'm getting. Syncopation! Let me just admire all of this real quick. Actually, I'm not admiring anything. I just want to check, like, what is this here for? It's time to go figure out where she went. It's an interesting fountain she got there. I should break it. Let's make sure all of the ammo's on point. Let's go. Are we in a cutscene? Is that what we get? This is insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Super quiet. See, at a moment like this, a sound alert wouldn't be bad. Because it's silent. Or background music until it loads. Fantastic.
What is this place? This doesn't look like a hive throne world.
It looks like the Black Garden almost. This looks nice. Music? She's singing? It's an enemy. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Oh. Enemy spotted. Missed again. Pop. Ah! Do I have to go down here? What is this place? Oh, can I just like move forward without fighting them? Because that's what I will do. Trees. Like, where do I go? Dark. Well, it didn't open. I'll probably have to clear these enemies out. You just don't understand that I'm not in the mood to fight these. So leave. Leave. Fall off the map. Boop. What? Boop. Backflips. All day, every day. Hey. Oh, you lucky. What? I know that did not just go through that enemy. Hey, buddy. Where you at? Back up. This thing. Find some shade and hit him like that. You clearly don't understand how I operate when I have RPG ammo. I will hit you at point blank range. Lucky I missed. I don't want to have to kill all of these enemies. You brought this on yourself. Ow! You know what? You're extra happy for the fact that I can just come right back. And this mission is extra long. Like, this is mission so long. I've been on this mission for 5 years. Lucky you moved. Did that draw them in? I didn't know that grenade did that. Goofy. Don't touch me. Take that uppercut. You weren't ready for it. Open this door, please.
Tell me, oh honored guest.
Hey.
It's her.
How we doing?
How did you do it? How did you find the strength to destroy something so like yourself?
Something so like, but not me, so it doesn't matter. You can flap your gullet all you want. Is this a pulse rifle? I hate pulse rifles, man. That's a scout. That's a 1374 though. But I'm sure we're gonna have stronger ammo. Adrenaline junkie, hack a, break ornaments. I don't know what this thing is supposed to do, but I'm gonna level up mine. Not with that one, but with that second one that's like on 1373, if I can. Because I know sometimes when this game updates, you can't upgrade gear. But I just did. I'm never gonna use that pulse rifle. It's not gonna happen. Now upgrade my weapon. What is this? Oh, that's ugly. That's even worse. Bring back the golden skin. Let me look at my gear. Because I like the gear that I have on right now. I like what it looks like. Why would I ever want to change it? Now, our cloak, we need to make our cloak stronger just because. But it shouldn't take upgrade modules because it's the same thing. This mental form fusion, yep. Welcome. Now, do I have everything that I want equipped? I should. I don't really need a banner, but For the ammo, I'll take it. Who's that? Is that her?
There.
To look in a mirror and kill what looks bad.
Yeah. And I'll do it again. You can't play mind games with me. You don't know nothing about me. I know those enemies are hitting a little hard though. Always got to take out the annoying ones on the top. I was removed from a party. I didn't put myself in one. That missed. I need to work on my aim. You know what? The risk runner would have been amazing here. How you doing, buddy? Can't see me? Didn't think so. Try again. Ah! Ah! That hurt. Well, you should have known I was coming through. You should have known that. Where's the stupid one? There she is. There you are. Don't you shoot nothing at me. Do you know who you talking to? Here! Get out my game, girl. Get out my game.
You're strong. That was too easy.
Why am I thread bound?
It did seem too easy, didn't it?
Don't. Ah! Ah! Get off of me! You're a cheater, that's what you are. It was a trap, guys. It was a trap. What do you mean the reappearance of Mars? Was Mars destroyed or something? Yeah, I'm literally missing a lot. Having a knee. Let me play some music while we wait for the cutscene. What happened to me? I got launched out?
Guardian, do you read me?
We're here, Ikora. We're back on
Look
Mars.
at what I look like.
Back? From where?
Savathun's throne world.
I know, we should have checked in. But we had Savathun in our sights. That might have been our only shot at her, and we couldn't miss it.
I understand completely. That's not like Savathun to allow herself to be seen so easily.
There's something else. Before we left the ship, we ran into one of her knights. And it
had a ghost.
Ikora. Same as any other light bearer.
A ghost? A hive knight with a ghost? But that means...
They can be resurrected.
Savathun stole the light. But that's impossible, isn't it?
Impossible. With Savathun, nothing is impossible.
Savathun! That's interesting. That's interesting. Is it not? Okay. Let me see if it's going to bring us to the main screen. Oh, more cutscenes?
Savathun, the Witch Queen. Hive god of cunning and lies.
Yep.
Hive legend tells us she was born on a hostile, far-off planet, where she would have lived a short, uneventful life. If it weren't for the worm familiar that warned of an impending cataclysm. And so, she led her siblings into the depths, where the ancient worm gods offered them immeasurable power in exchange for endless blood tribute. From this, the Hive were born, and countless civilizations were condemned to extinction. For untold ages, they devoured life and light wherever it could be found, facing little resistance.
Like insects.
Until they tried to take on the Guardians.
Bloopy.
After the death of her brother Oryx, Savathun went into hiding. Not out of fear, of course, but out of strategy. Because Savathun knows the best way to beat your enemy is to join them. In her greatest trick yet, she infiltrated the Vanguard, weakening us from within. And stealing our most sacred resource. The one thing we thought she could never touch. The light.
Okay. So she performed some trickery. And I guess she took on the visage of Osiris. And she pretended to be Osiris, but she wasn't. Well, of course she wasn't, but she was pretending. You think that the Guardian would be able to see through? I guess not. Isn't that interesting? Well, the Just Chatting stream has literally been like half and half. The Just Chatting stream has been half Just Chatting and half Destiny 2 apparently. And we made it back to our world. What is this? Are there any secrets in here? I'll take the 376. 368. I'll take that. Helmet. That's only 7 points. Don't want it. Don't want it. There's only one reason why I really came back to this game. I want to see if a certain mode is available. Hold up. It's pretty calm over here, not gonna lie. Yep. It's super chill right about now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Nitro. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for Cerberus. I'm looking for my child sniper. Can I upgrade this and make it dirty? I'll take it out the vault right now if I can. But only on... I'm bringing it. Unfortunately, I can't do it. It would have been nice to bring this sniper back. Like the long walk, that's one of my favorite snipers. And it looks really nice. Like I miss that sniper. Unfortunately, it's stuck. Mindbender's ambition. Is this one capped too? It looks like it isn't. There's only one way to find out. Let me see if I can put it on. Why is it always the shotguns that look nice that I can't bring back, man? They know what they're doing. What about this? Is this the one that has like the auto fire? All of these old trial weapons, like, can't even bring them back. How pathetic. Let me check this one. Can I do this one? Such a shame, guys. Such a shame. The last word? The last word? Give me it. Just because. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to return to orbit. I want to see if... What is this? The Enclave, hidden base operation on Mars, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Don't care. I need to see destinations. Are these bounties done? What? How'd I come back to some bounties just sitting there? Season 17. Destiny 2 bungees and a... Yeah. Bro. Like, we did the Shadow Keep. We did Beyond Light. I did all of that stuff. Take me to the Crucible. I know what I'm looking for. There's no rift. Collect the spark and ignite the opponent's rift. Speak with Lord Saladini. I'm going there. I don't know. I think he has to be in the tower. Yo, Rift is literally in D2, and I'm playing it. I have to play Rift. How we doing, animations? You guys are gonna see why I like to play Rift. I really do. What game is that? Destiny 2. You can bring me all the way back down in. I'm about to play some Iron Banner Rift. And this Friday, I wonder where Xur is. We haven't seen Xur in a while. There's only one way to find out. Background music while we wait. What are you talking about? We're having a super chill night. Then again, it is late. It's already late. Talk to me, Saladini. How many people at your Twitch watching?
But so are
maybe 2. But I don't hold it against anyone. It's okay. We're not at that super duper level yet.
Back from the hunt, I see.
What's this? An enhanced prism? Don't want it. What is this? Ancient alloy used in weapon shaping. What is an ascendant alloy? I don't even think I have one of these. I could probably dismantle a bunch of stuff that... Wait, hold on. Exotic Archive? Which Queen Exotics? Have you played Metal Gear Rising? Yeah. What is this? Fully automatic slow-firing slug launcher. Slow-firing slug launcher with a charge time. What is Omni Strike? Death from above? I don't care about none of that. How about that, okay? I just need to look at my inventory. 374, get rid of the 350. Am I getting legendary fragments? I'm not. I'll probably have to dismantle you. What is this? A handgun? Not, don't like it. 357, don't care. What else? 372, that means get rid of this one. Helmet Belmet, get rid of the 1363 because I see a 1375. Get Get rid of that. What is this? Oh, my liar's handshake. I love the liar's handshake because it gives me the charged melee. It's like if someone hits me, my second melee is disgusting. Yep. There was an exotic. There was like a little armament for this. Oh, it's right here. This is the exact armament that I wanted. See, this one is ugly, but this one, I gotta get it. This one right here, I gots to get it. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. But this is more tailored to the art class. Now, if I go into Rift Invis, but I know they're gonna be super stronger than me. So if I go into the Rift game with Invis capabilities, it should help me sneak past Guardians that are stronger. Materials and currencies used previously on this armor will not be refunded. I don't care. It's not what I'm looking at. Upgrade the arms. What is this? Causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee. Okay, fantastic. Whatever. What's next? I guess that can go there. It doesn't bother me. We're about to go into the Crucible. Like, we really are. I just want to make sure that my light level is as strong as it can be before heading in. Like the summoner right here, I'm gonna need that stability. Like whatever I have it on right now, I need that counterbalance. Counterbalance reduces deviation. Bring this to 1367. Absolutely. First things first, I want my weapons to be up there. I mean, the armor is actually more important than having the weapons be super swole. But if I'm going into the Crucible, I'm going to get stronger gear anyway. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of you. 365. Oh, I see a 1381. Definitely been a 1368. 1368. Let's put this on 1381 and we're heading into the Crucible because we should be able to. Now, whether we still have the snipes, I honestly couldn't tell you guys. I don't know if I still have the sniper capabilities, but there's only one way to find out, right? I gotta go talk to Shax first, grab some bounties. Bounty. Grab some bounties. Get straight to it. Oh, you know it.
What do you need?
I want cash your super 2 times.
This is as sturdy as you are.
Solar damage, precision final blows, and rumble complete a match. Additional.
This is as sturdy as you are.
Additional. I'm not doing Gambit. I strictly want to do Iron Banner, and that's exactly where I'm heading. Can't I grab Iron Banner bounties though? I know he normally has bounties. Where are your bounties at? Why do you not have bounties? Any other time you have bounties. You know what?
Bonds can break, Guardian. Even ones between iron.
Don't talk to me.
Light does not.
Let me make. Let's test. Is Zer in this place right now? Is Zer in the tower? I see Ada, Loom. I don't know who Loom is. Saint 14. Saint 14, you just chilling. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Destinations. Crucible. Iron banana. But freelance iron. And I know this says iron banner points gained increased by 120. Let's go. Guys, I'm gonna have to switch the screen to get into full view. Oh, I am so ready. I am so ready. I'm a Guardian 1. Oh my god, he's a Guardian 1. Look at him. Don't underestimate me. What, they put new emotes in here or something? I shouldn't have any new emotes in here. But I'm ready. $11 Guardians. Now look, I'm not looking at my chat right now. That's only because I have this game in full screen. Like I really want to just like get into this. But I know the stronger I am, the more I'll be able to run around. Especially if I'm already taking damage and getting hit. Where's my mobility? Okay, 85. Let's get this helmet up. We can always find new other things. And then again, I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much because I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this game. I only came back for one reason. I only came back for Rift. I only came back for Rift. Let me look at my chat real quick. Let's look at our Twitch peeps.
Rift.
All right, it's time for me to get serious. All right. Let's see if I can even manage to snipe 5 Guardians this game. Even though
the spark and carry it to the
it isn't that type of game. Oh, we have to defend?
Charging the spark.
Oh, this is something else, dude.
The spark has arrived.
This dude is invisible. I didn't get him.
Stop the enemy runner. There's the enemy runner. Take them out.
Ooh, shoddy booty.
The
Welcome
enemy
back.
has ignited your rift.
Welcome back to the world of
Back to your bases, all of you.
Destiny, where snipers are not king. If this was Clash, I'd be a little different.
Charging the spark.
What level am I? I'm probably level 51.
The spark is ready. Seize it.
And this is why Destiny is just not one of those games to like really stream. This is why I never stream Destiny. You could get completely annihilated.
Hold the spark.
With supers and everything.
Your team has found the enemy runner.
Man. Crimson.
Enemy runner shut down.
Enemy runner knocked. We're really gonna have to use a shoddy.
Stop
Oh, they got the spark again. You just picked it up from literally from
the spark.
From where he was?
Resetting. Time for a transmat.
Annoying. Yeah, it's like shotties only, really. Like, Rift shouldn't...
Charging the spark.
The way they have this, the way they have it set up right now, for you to have to come back like this, I don't really recommend it. Cause like what Rift used to be, Rift used to be fast paced.
Enemy runner active. Shut them down.
Get completely annihilated. But yeah, it's not looking fantastic. Yoing, yoing.
Enemy runner near. Stop them. Your team has found the enemy runner. Back to your bases, all of you.
This is boring. It's boring to watch. That's why, like, for me personally, I've never found like a decent time or enough to stream
The spark is charging.
Destiny. And then once again, it's almost the same with like the battle royale games. It's like, how can I find much to do in the game?
Spark available.
Shit, I can't even see this dude. Oops. Look, like, what is he using? Crimson? Or maybe yours truly just doesn't have skill. Oh, hey, I'm alive. I appreciate that.
Stop the enemy runner.
Are we all
Enemy runner
randoms?
shut down.
We're all playing like a bunch of randoms.
That shut them down.
And maybe it shut him down, but like, what is this dude
Stop
shooting
the
at?
enemy runner.
Like, don't pick, you better not pick me up. I'll pick myself up. Don't
Enemy
pick me up
runner
next to
near.
that
Stop
spark.
them. Enemy runner sighted.
Oh, he is super close.
Enemy runner active. Shut them down.
No! Oh, I got it.
Taking the spark. The
Move
rift
it!
calls to you.
Why are you in my way? We gotta take it to their spawn as much as we can.
5
No.
minutes remain.
No, I don't even know this map. But they know who I am. What you got, Grubby? No! Ah! Slam a Remy! Oh!
Back to your bases, all of you.
Hey, I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little too excited. But, yeah. Understand that I put that point on the map.
Charging the spark.
There was no way to get like a backward slam. I'm just like, look. The heck?
The spark is ready. Seize it.
Get him! No!
Your ally has the spark. Enemy has the spark. Stop them.
Like, I'm telling you, those Warlock supers where you can literally just run through like that. If they don't stop them,
a rift.
super slam.
There's the enemy runner. Take them out.
Looks like they got it.
Transmat incoming.
Gotta find balance. I'm the only one that put a point on the board. At least this way, it won't look like we got blown out. But right after we finish with this, I'm gonna end it. I'm going to end it.
The spark is charging.
It was a nice little. It was nice, but it's time to get off.
Spark available.
How did I hit that guy at that range and it not kill him?
3 minutes left.
How did I hit him
Stop
at that
the
range
runner.
and it not kill him? I hit that dude twice. I'm getting completely annihilated. That dude, oh wait,
Enemy
I'm a
runner
1367. That dude is a 1563. No wonder.
Your enemy delivered the spark.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be match point. That's
Let this
match
defeat
point.
ignite your
Take
resolve.
me back to the main screen. We're gonna be ending things. It is what it is. I don't want to get any more bored than what I am. All right, guys. Just take us to the just chatting screen. We had some fun today. Some. We talked. We chatted. It wasn't the most pleasant of conversations, but it was just one of those things. But I guess sometimes it's nice to have like a a real conversation about like real things that are going on and things like that. But you guys, as you guys know, tomorrow is Geometry Dash. Sunday, I need to figure out what we're gonna be streaming for Sunday. We have a couple of video game suggestions for Sunday. And we're going to move from we're gonna work from there. So we're going to see, because there are some video games that I want to experiment with and see how they do on the channel. Resident Evil 2 Remake is one of those games that I want to see what the reception is going to be like, but we'll figure it out. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:45. I want you guys to take a nap, because you guys know that we're going to be bringing those levels tomorrow. We'll see you then.